hard. And this is what you get. A mood swinging bitch with soft kiss who gives kisses from soft and supple lips, equipped with razor sharp tongue that strikes relation precision. If this be the reason for love lost, please allow me to help you find it. My love lies not in my delivery, but in the fact that I deliver every time. Because these bills don't pay themselves, so this job gotta get worked and these dreams get put on the back burner next to the candy yams because this man gotta get fed. He and I capsized on the same boat, tossed aside of the same sea of shit. And as we both struggle to stay afloat, I know he can't save me and I'd hate him for it if I didn't love him so much. So we find our lifelines in each other's touching. I found refuge between his wasted hands between my thighs, if only for a moment. Praying the next 45 don't leave another mouth to feed because who needs more responsibility? Certainly not. I might have broken down and cried. I might have cursed the sky. I might have walked away out of life and left it with all my forgotten text messages to emails replies. I might have, except I ain't got time to now. I'm too busy living, too busy giving, too busy winning, too busy swimming in this sea of shit to do. So I raised my head above the sky and swam against the tide and prayed for a wave to rise, and if that wave was subsiding to still waters that leads me to the shores of work rewarded. Poem. I'm gonna go right around. I wasn't having all bullshit there. I had a host for y'all, but she had to go because she got shit to do. So y'all get what y'all get today. Let me see. I'm a lot more comfortable with the political shit because I'm an activist. And so maybe I'll split some of that. All right, this one is a little more controversial called What is a Black Life Worth? What is a black life worth? Now, don't everybody speak at once. You can count out loud in your head or your fingers and toes. Tell me, how many ticks does chocolate, caramel, brown, high yellow black boy's heart get before we go adding dollars and cents? Let's start with some loose cigarettes, a bag of Skittles, a box of cigars. If you can count this far, tell me how many Black Lives Matter rallies can you tally before we see this shit ain't adding up? Each time a black life gets short of the snuff, got me counting the empty fingers in my hand like, damn, this ain't enough to ask a question. What is a black life worth? Certainly my life is worth more than a counterfeit $20 bill or if I reach for this permit to carry concealed. But if this permit's really concealed is that these permits were meant for pistol packing privileged people to kill niggas at will. And if it all reveals the same for the ones that we missed, I would be remiss if I didn't pose this question to my own people. What is your black life worth? Am I not supposed to go there? But if I love you, and all in love and war is fair, then I dare to ask this question again. What is your black life worth? For the broken homes and the broken hearted, but we don't cry for the blood in the streets, release for the bloods. Hold on. What is your black life worth? Am I not supposed to go there? But if I love you and all in love is war is fair, then I dare to ask you this question again. What is your black life worth? To the broken homes and the broken hearted, to top it off, the broken starving, but we don't cry for the blood in the streets released by those that society rejected. Leaving young men with nothing left to die for, but respect there's a bounty on his head, and he collected it. Warring for corners and blocks that we don't own, but are dying to protect, so what's next is the courtroom, the new and approved slave auction block. 25, 35, 45 to life, sold to private prisons. Guess no one ever told him he was young, black, and gifted, or that it was enough for him to just be. If the weight will lit up enough for him to just breathe. The frustrations of our sons pour out into the streets. Each day another one goes down before the sun, and what a shame that we charge it to a game we ain't even winning. Got these crackers grinning because we out here giving 2 for 1s, and I do not apologize if this form offends someone. I mean to piss you off. Or at least provoke your thoughts to the minuscule things that we barely give a second thought, but someone lost their life for today. This is not an attempt to downplay or dismiss the fact that police brutality exists or that ghettos were not created by those that live in them, but rather give you perspective on how fragile, because of how little value we place on something that is priceless. You guessed right, yo. Bright, brilliant, beyond beautiful. black life. And if I can't speak for yours, then I'll speak for mine. My black life is worth the time. Worth the time it takes for you to see me, worth the attention it takes for you to hear me, worth the pause it takes for you to see that he is not a threat, worth the consciousness it takes for you to see that you are me. So if I take this black fist out the sky and take a swing, don't mind me, because my black life is worth the fight. And if I die, don't cry for me, because my black life is worth the sacrifice. So I'll take this little black heart of mine and lay it on 1,000 swords. Pick it up and lay it on 1,000 more, because my black life is worth what it takes, whatever it takes, to save yours. All right. It's a little rough start, but stick with us. I promise you it's going to heat up. All right, so we got our first poet of the night. And that is going to be a new brother. I've never heard of him. Who is Max?
That's me.
Sister, my bad. Fix it. Say fix it now. Okay. All right, y'all please welcome to the stage Miss Max.
Okay, I prefer either way. So, a lot of my poetry, I write without the intent of speaking it out loud. So I've been doing that for years now, and I realize that I am not good with tongue twisters, but I love elaborate words. So I worked this one to be a little more clear cut. A vanilla candle engulfs the entrance. The kitchen store is now 3/4 down the hall. And I could go elsewhere, but I am currently after the good knife, a Santoku knife. Never owned a chef's knife from Target. I imagine every accidental slip from a dull blade. I imagine it raised in the air after rebuttal. A typical chef's knife points upwards, while the tip of a Santoku curves down. I could cut through kinetic shadows in a rhythmic flow of meditation. My own apartment space, a quaint kitchenette, with no island for prep work nor room for +1. I'll hold a single digit out above the top side of the blade. The good knife truly is an extension of the arm. And I am after the good knife, on the off chance that you are there, continuously expanding your arsenal of cutlery. I sometimes make mirepoix with parsnips instead of carrots because I find the pale root to be packed with flavor. But you'll be glad to know I never once owned a chef's knife from Target.
All right. Thank you so much, Max, for sharing with us. So I learned from my last host that she would take a moment to point out the bar that stuck out to her the most. And so the bar that stuck out to me the most is actually the last bar. We never got one. We ain't never got shit from Target. Okay, so moving on to the next poet. I think I'm moving. I got a feeling somebody got some heat now. I wanna give her a little time to get it together because she's gonna share a little more. So our next poet is going to be Reverend Ray Green.
All right. Good evening. Thank you for having me, XPK Annex. I'm working on some stand-up and getting my things out there. I am a public activist for cannabis reform in Iowa. I have been since 2006. I'm a kind of a public figure on the scene, so to say. But let me just start. I'm Reverend Ray Green. Are there any plainclothes police officers in the building? No? Okay. Any weed smokers? Cannabis consumers? All right. I'm a street preacher man, the son of a teacher man, a poet and a prophet for profit. Have a bite, let me recite. Meth is death, pot is not. The law is wrong, not the bomb. Coke is a joke, that's why I choke. All use is medical, to be clinical. Just say no to FDA dope, and yes to cannabis to treat my MS. since 2004, I was diagnosed with MS. Let me just get back to work. Now, find a room with no door, a vessel to teleport. Find my report, my audiobook on YouTube. Burnt Crosses, Tales from the South Side. It's a true story about Des Moines. There's a lot of people in Des Moines, a lot of A-lists that were used, so you can find it on YouTube. So, again, it's called Burnt Crosses, Tales from the South Side. Take a trip, just abide. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Rev. I'm gonna go to your church. All right, guys. All right, so we are going to keep right on moving. So I just want y'all to know, we posted this like 10 days before today. So we gonna love the ones that we're with, and I got enough poems in my phone that I could snuggle along with you to get us through until we get a few more poets in here. Okay. So our next poet is going to be Mr. John N. He's still in the building. Okay. Come on, man. Y'all, come on, y'all. Give him some love.
Come on, y'all. Okay, real quick. So I write a lot of my own poetry. Recently, I've been starting to do slam poetry. One of my friends told me that I need to start taking my poems out into the real world because they really like what I have to say. So I hope y'all like what I have to say. Let me make sure it's big. Are you okay? Don't ask such a controversial questions to friends and strangers. You might not like the answer. The hell did you just ask me? Am I okay? Do I wear my heart on my sleeve so much that it's visible to strangers I've never known? Standing before you, I call bullshit. Am I broken enough that it warrants you to ask me? Am I okay? Does my grief and sorrow shine through my cracks so much that it's leaking onto you? Am I okay? What a terrible question. Fine, I'll answer it. You know I've experienced an entire country's worth of sadness within the span of only a few weeks, death, devastation, loss of friends. Have you ever seen someone you personally looked up to plastered on every corner and used for a stupidity of a campaign to come more of... I'll stop. Ask me again. Let's do it again.
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Am I okay?
Thank you so much, John. Hope we see you again. All right, thank you guys so much for coming, for being with us. We've got a few more poets. I know we got more poets coming, but y'all came earlier, so y'all got to get up from one spot. So I thank you so much because that one had a little bit of emotional piece to it. I could tell it was personal to you. So I think I'm gonna follow suit because I feel inspired by you. This poem I wrote, and it was inspired by my older brother. I think that most of us growing up have that one person that you feel protected by. We ain't never had shit when we were growing up, but we had each other. And my big brother, he found himself now entangled into the criminal justice system. He just received 21 years mandatory. And so, reflecting on that fact that I've lost my protector, and that he would probably never be looked at the way that I see him, it made me write his story from my perspective. And so I'm going to share a little piece of that and try to keep my face dry. Shattered pieces of scattered dreams lie beneath the streetlights, ghetto to ghetto, flashing red, blue, and white. Seems like these lights are the only type that shine around here, giving life to shadows like dragons breathing fear, giving chase they forsake their adolescence. Old heads told them stories of back in the day. Back in the day, there was such thing as a fair fight, but those words fall right to both sides of deaf ears on a head too hard to be humbled. Their words carry no weight. To a kid trying to graduate from an eighth to a key, educated by streets in the streets of the jungle where the weak don't eat and they feast on the young. He scoffs at the sentiment of love now. Though it's all he ever wanted, he learned to live without like deserts to drought. He quietly prayed for rain. Hope dangled in the distance, afraid to reach out. He's hopeful, but doubts his first love will emerge from her medicated escape, from which she promised she'd return. His faith crumbled beneath the weight of his reality. Stomach rumbles. He's the oldest of three, now the man of a house burning down. They must venture out into dangers unknown. His instinct to survive quiets the little boy inside. He tucks his pain neatly behind his pride, and his fear disguised with the mentality, I wish a nigga would try me. He recognized this disguise on every face he sees. Deep inside his innocence, pleased to be seen while his guilt tries to make peace with his truth. He is a cheater and a thief. It seems as though someone has made it illegal for him to breathe. So with each stolen breath, and each day he cheats death, he learns to hate himself. A child who learns to see himself through the eyes of a world that has made no space for him. Wanted, unwanted, targeted, hunted. He adapts to living in a trap and makes a pact with fatherless sons who cross their fingers behind their backs when they swore loyalty to one another. And as senseless as it seems, he's never seen a dream manifest outside a TV screen. So tell me, what does the future mean to him when he's lucky to survive today? Stuck between a nightmare and a dream, he heard a caged bird sing a lullaby. You can be free. Take your freedom by any means, but you must choose between these. Fight or flight. Fight or flight. Fight or flight. Gunshots ring, and he wakes up without wings. All right. I had the honor of meeting this lady for the first time tonight. She came all the way down here, drove the whole hour away. And so, and usually, when we have a lot of poets, I try to limit our poets because they can get long-winded. But I'm gonna let you spit. Give us, I don't know, 2 or 3 at least of what you got. I mean, yeah, if you got it. You got it. Whatever makes you comfortable, okay? And then anyone else who if you just gave us one and you have more than one because we don't have a whole lot of posts, we got time for you to pour out a little bit more if you feel like you want to do that. So right now, we're going to give it up for Miss Erica Love.
You guys hear me? Yes. I don't really perform like that, so I've just been doing it for like 4 days performing, so I'll try to get out my best. The name of this piece is called Every 2 Days. Every 2 days, my phone rings like a warning shot. Not a, hey, how you been? Not laughter, not life, just, can you stay on the phone with me? And I already knew what that means. Every 2 days, I became the reason somebody else keeps breathing. And don't get me wrong, I love you, but love shouldn't feel like holding on the edge of a cliff with bare hands and no backup. You say, I don't want to be here no more. I say, please stay. But nobody asks me what it feels like to carry your storm while mine is still raining. Every 2 days, he said, I talk you down from a place that I don't even know how to escape myself. I pour life into you with an empty cup, smiling through cracks that no one sees. You cry, I listen. You break, I glue. But who glues me when I hang up? Because after every call ends, silence gets loud, my chest gets tighter, my thoughts race. What if next time I don't answer fast enough? What if I lose you on a Tuesday at 2:17 in the morning? What if love ain't enough this time? Now I'm scared to miss that call, scared to live my life, scared to breathe too far from your pain. Because every 2 days he say, I save you, but slowly I'm losing me, and I hate that's the truth. Because loving you shouldn't feel like drowning. Why? I want you here. I want you alive. But I keep fighting death on your behalf. I need you to look in the mirror and finally see what I have been trying to see and teach you. I'm trying to save you. So hear me when I say this to you. I am not someone that's leaving. I am someone that's hearing. I am not your oxygen. I am not the only reason. I am your friend and I am trying. Every 2 days, he said. I answered, but one day I hope you call me just to say I made it through today without wanting to die. I made it through today and I chose to stay in God's peace. Okay, I'm gonna give you this piece I made. I did my family. So, it's called Living with the Ops, and I feel like all us can relate to it. So the name of this piece is Living with the Ops, Family Edition. I moved from a hectic city, not to escape, but to rebuild. I want my kids to breathe peace, to grow where the air still feels still. I work 10 jobs. Yeah, you heard me. I work 10 jobs. And still come home to chores. No thank yous, no loves, just eyes rolling and mouth that marks.
Girl, I feel that shit.
They steal from me, lie to me, and act like I'm the villain in the story to save them. They don't see the blood of my palms from holding this family together. I struggle with school not because I didn't try, but because the world labeled me as slow and disabled, broke. But I still rose. I broke through barriers that tried to break me first. I made it out, but now I'm in a house where respect is a stranger and love is still rehab. They call me crazy, but they don't see the nights I cry in silence, the morning I wipe my tears before making breakfast. They don't know the weight I carry, the weight I became. I didn't move to run, I moved to rise. But living with the ops felt like sleeping with knives. Mama, I love you. Only sound right when they want something. Even hugs feel rehab. Never real, never nothing. And I ask myself, where did I go wrong? Giving them everything, it still feel like I don't belong. But I'm still here, standing in their war zone wearing piece of armor. They can laugh, throw shade in my own home, but they can't kill what I build alone. Okay. So hell yeah, I'm living with the ops. But I'm still that flame that don't burn out. The mother, the father, the storm, the calm, the reason they even got a life this goddamn good. One day they'll remember who I was, not the young one, not the one that was in chain, but the woman who gave everything and still stayed insane. Until then, I keep my head high, my crown might slip, but never fall, because even when my blood turns against me, I still stand tall, and that's peace.
You want me to give you some time?
You can somebody else to go.
Man, thank you so much, Erica. I knew that. So please give it up. Please give it up. Sis came by way of Chicago, from Marshalltown, is that what I heard? She drove all the way down from Marshalltown. She can get off her chest. Yeah, we needed that. All right, here we go. Okay, so we're going to turn it over to the next poet. Just walk in the door and say good day. This is an extreme though. I love this poet. I love this person. So I'm honored, and I know y'all gonna hear some shit that you need to hear. So go ahead and give it up for my brother Fat Man.
Good evening, everyone. They call me Fat Mac the Poet. And the piece I'm finna do is called Religion. Been in a rut for a long time. Like God punched me in the gut, been doubled up for a long time. I know you're thinking, have a strong mind. But how strong can you be when trouble's all you see? And every other day, depression calling me. And I ain't trying to be another fallen G. I just want to feel. I'm gonna start over, y'all.
Yeah, go ahead.
Been in a rut for a long time. Like God punched me in the gut, been doubled up for a long time. I know you're thinking, have a strong mind. But how strong can you be when trouble's all you see? And every other day, depression calling me. And I ain't trying to be another fallen G. I just want to.
Take your time.
Okay. I just want to make my ends meet and feed my family and be all that I can be and make them all proud of me. A protector, provider, something they never seen, something they never dreamed, something that I foreseen, and bringing it to fruition is what separates the kings from the peasants. And I know that every day is a blessing, because in losing, you're still winning, and in loss, there's a lesson. And I don't want to be the one that's always stressing, because heart failure is real, and heart attacks are killed. And my people will kill each other and never squeal for no rhyme or reason, like they don't know the deal. I try to bring them together and tell them chill, because it's going to take all of us, brother, and that's for real. Prophecy fulfilled, blood I have to spill in the streets of America. Yo, it's getting scarier. Better learn to fight back, don't make me have to carry you. And we ain't got much time left, homie, we gotta hurry up. We need to get it together, we need to level up. America ain't got no secrets, been trying to level us. We always falling for the okie-doke, breaking down our families, while we always over-smoke, overeat, overdrink, always lead to overdose, and we always on our knees. It's like we in overhope. One nation under God is how they kept us. But tell me, why we still praying to the same God of our oppressors? And I ain't trying to pick sides and choose no religion, because we can't come together not because we feud over religion. Yo, it's a shame what we do over religion. It's get down or lay down, that's the religious system. Yo, it's a shame what we do over religion. It's get down or lay down, that's the religious system. Yo, it's a shame what we do over religion. It's get down or lay down. Damn.
Y'all give that one more time for Fat Man. This is a safe space. If I can get up, I created this shit. If I can get up here and stumble over my poems, I want y'all to know that shit. We are here, we are poets, we are collectors, we are people who are here sharing our spaces, sharing our stories. Be 100%, 1000% comfortable in here. You gotta start over. You gotta read from your phone, okay? So thank y'all so much. Please welcome me, because I'm gonna speak some more shit. No, welcome me. I just get up here and just started talking. I want to feel welcome too. All right, so this poem, I see a lot of sisters in there. So this is one of my older poems, but we got a lot of new faces, so it's gonna be really young. And I think that it's going to resonate with some of our sisters. So, and I think I still need my phone, so give me a minute. This poem was inspired by my daughter Leah. She only 10 years old. I wrote this for her when she was like 7, and I just call it Lay's poem. But I guarantee you it's not just for Lay, it's for us, Black women. So I want you to have your ears in tune, okay?